the book that I wrote, or all the words that we spoke, yet only with our eyes. Now is the time to choose. Somebody wins and some lose. I can see through your disguise. Lay down, hope for something better. Looking at the clouds, the cyber and the weather. You can't keep this up. The lies are just too much. Kick back, start another fire. Looking at the clouds, making shapes that you admire. And you can't stop it now, 'cause you don't know how. You can't stop it now.
Change a thing now, there was never trust. Don't you say a word, 'cause I've heard it all. You were just pain when you felt it all. Oh. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first it's over. No turning back, not today. Don't you come running back now. I'm not a home for the shame. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible damage done. The thrill is gone. Ooh, baby, there ain't no one like you. You chose to keep the truth inside. Ooh, baby, gave my all to you. All you did was tell me lies. Something tells me that I won't miss it. It's the first time that we can't fix it. It's irreversible damage done. The thrill is gone. I won't miss this love, no. It's irreversible damage done. The thrill is gone. Thrill is gone. When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd follow you before the memory's gone. I remember you. You lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you. I remember you. I remember you. When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd follow you before the memory's gone. I remember you. You lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you. brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And if you quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that heaven's in it. Oh man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Facts, lot of haters. Tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo. Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Woo. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Just saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters. Tell me where they at, though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap, though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stats, yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
I don't really Hello, tankers, and welcome to the Duet Masters Plasma Fights. I am English commentator kenenahmed, and today I am here to bring you this exciting match. Wow, it's going to definitely be really exciting today. Today we have two teams playing in the losers bracket. It's going to be Team Jan and Team Drama. We are in the first stage of the losers bracket, unfortunately. However, they can still continue on fourth and eventually reach the losers bracket final. Once again, I am English commentator kenenahmed. Unfortunately, today I will be your sole commentator. I do not have anybody else with me, but hey, we're here to have some fun. So today the map is going to be Atra. We are doing the plasma format. For those who do not know what that is, turrets are Ricochet and Twins. Modules are not allowed. Hulls, Wasp, Hornet, Hunter, Viking, and Dictator. Bonus boxes are on. Supplies are on. Smart supplies are off. Friendly fire is off. Micro upgrades are off, alterations are on, and overdrives are off. So it's definitely going to be exciting to see. I'm very excited to see these two teams playing against each other today. If we look back at Team Jan's history, well, they did pretty good throughout the beginning of the tournament, beating X Guardian 4-0, then against Team 404 3-0, then against Team Legend, Team The Legend 3-2, and then they moved on here to now versus Team Jan versus Team Clipmaker, in which they did lose 2-0, which was streamed yesterday. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't. And now we're here with Drama, which also did relatively well at the beginning of the tournament. They went against Team Wit 2-1, then against Team Number 2-0, then Team K5H 4-0, and then they just lost recently from Team TR Andrew 0-4. So both teams have already done pretty decent, and they have made it this far to the playoffs, so props out to them. But right now we got Federal Crime taking the flag with Ricochet and Viking. Look at him go. He's pretty much full health. Ooh, but Yin and Yang getting that far shot, taking him out. I think he's able to get, he's going to be able to get that. I don't think they're going to make it down there in time. And yep, Federal Crime takes it, and that's going to be the first capture for Team Jan. Drama and Yin and Yang going in. Right now, I see everybody's using Ricochet, which is quite an interesting thing. Twins, personally, Twins does much more damage in close range, or at least I think is much more effective in close range, so I think it would be good for this map personally. However, I can understand where the Ricochet comes from, because there are ways, Ricochet is very handy on this map, as there are many positions that you can actually Ricochet from. But now Drama pulling the flag, going through the bottom, but going up at Jan is in his path, going against him. But Jan does not have that health pack, and it's not going to help him. Drama loses that double armor, but still going Yin and Yang against Federal Crime, who now has the flag. Federal Crime using that health pack, used it right there, but that's going to be a return for Yin and Yang. Jan is not going to make that in time, and making the score 1-1 now. Yin and Yang and Jan. But Jan still has that health pack, which he does use, and actually is able to get full health. Looks like Yin and Yang's charge was not as high as he hoped to be. Now Jan, Federal Crime, both going from each side, but Drama's in his path. I like how Federal Crime did use that double power later, so he could do much more damage, but that didn't work out. Now Jan going for the flag. Yin and Yang at the same time also going for the flag, but Federal Crime spawns right there and sits on the flag to block him with his tank, which is a smart tactic, but Jan is running away from Drama, and Drama unfortunately prevails and takes out Jan. Now Yin and Yang pulling the flag through the bottom, drops it off to Drama. Good move, because he does not have any health. He blocks Jan with his tank, and now that's probably going to be another capture for Drama, making the score 2-1. But this is but yeah, it's a pretty small map, and also we did change teams, unfortunately, for anybody who was expecting to see Team Slow versus Team Stick. Unfortunately, due to some difficulties, we ended up switching to Team Jan and Drama. However, all teams are actually, that prevailed quite well in this tournament, and we can already see that the match has been exciting. Federal Crime almost flipped there, but gets that other capture, making the score 2-2. Yeah, what do you guys think is more effective on this map, Twins or Ricochet? Personally, I think Twins would be more effective, but you guys can go ahead and post in the chat. Tell us what you think. Um, I think it would be handy to have one Ricochet and one Twins, but that's just me personally. Now it's just shots being fired across the map. Nothing really. Everybody's just had a standoff. Jan is all alone now. Drama and Yin and Yang going for him. Yin and Yang is still relatively low on health. If he has a health pack, this would be the right time to use it, but he runs off map and self-destructs, which is actually not the worst move. I believe that is a pretty decent move in which that does work out. Now, Drama's going through the bottom, but that's not going to work out. Jan was right behind him and took that. Jan, Yin and Yang, and Federal Crime all going at it. Federal Crime pulling the flag, going against Yin and Yang. Jan blocking with the tank, so he does not get that further, but unfortunately Federal Crime was not able to maneuver his tank around and ended up getting stuck, hence the reason why he died. Federal Crime put in that mine right there by the blue base, not a bad move at all. But yeah, it's just shots being fired. I mean, also, what do you guys think? You think Viking is such a suitable hull for this map, or you think maybe Wasp or Hornet or maybe Hunter or even Dictator might have been better? Personally, I think that, Viking is pretty good. It's pretty low to the ground. Boom, just fortunately Federal Crime died right there, but Jan was just right over there and was able to pick up the flag. Yin and Yang now pulling the flag. Good mine placement. And now Federal Crime really low on health, going against Drama, who's now pulling the flag, but falls off the map. Man, that was close. But he falls off the map and he was being attacked by two people, so probably with the impact force of Ricochet, he probably wasn't able to maneuver, hence him falling off. Jan, Federal Crime, literally their offense was put down by Team Drama, and now they're pushing into the blue base, but that's not going to work out, and I see Jan has the higher ground. Smart move for going back up there, but Drama has that health pack right there, which he does take, and Jan also actually does have that one right there, and he goes right past to save it, which is a smart move. But now we see Drama pulling the flag from the bottom, going against Federal Crime, but fortunately, Drama does not have the appropriate supplies besides that double armor, hence Federal Crime took him out, and now it's Yin and Yang against Federal Crime. In this case, it's 2 versus 2, so it's like, as much as they can attack together, they also have to kind of defend together, which is, you can't, obviously teamwork is a major factor. Oh, wow. Federal Crime got a lucky spawn right there, which Drama spawned right on top of him and fell off the map. Funny right there. Quite funny. Jan drops it off to Federal Crime, who's now pulling the flag. I will get back to what I was saying earlier. Federal Crime pulling it, get good mine placement, and he gets taken out. Drama going for it. Who's going to make it? Who's going to make it? Federal Crime right there. Oh, Drama gets the flag, but Jan is right behind him to do some damage. Federal Crime also had that health pack, so that's a return, and that's the next capture, making the score 2-3. 3 for Team Jan, 2 for Team Drama. However, I mean, as I was saying, teamwork is a big factor within just esports in general, but when you're talking about a 2 versus 2, it's like, coordination is very important in this case. You need to know when to drop the flag, who to give it to, and in this case, I mean, you see it's kind of working out, making the score 3-3 for Team Drama. That did work out quite well for them. But yeah, like I said, when you think about it, it's like in the 2 versus 2, it's like we always talk about how, the team should be, people should be attacking together compared to just by themselves. But in this case, you have to have one person who is kind of focused on defending, returning that flag, and at the same time also doing that offense, depending on the way you look at it. Obviously, that can be debated. A good move right there. Federal Crime drops off the flag to Jan, but now we're at a standoff, good old-fashioned Mexican standoff. Jan now has the flag. Drama leaves the flag in the base. Federal Crime runs off the map to self-destruct. That was, well, it looks like it might work out because Jan does have that health pack, which he was able to take right there. But Yin and Yang now holding that flag. Jan on Drama. What's going to happen here? Well, Jan does have that health pack that he can use, and that does work out for him. Federal Crime now going against Yin and Yang, but that doesn't work out. Yin and Yang, personally, I think he did use his health pack a little bit. too early right there. I think he should have waited until he stopped getting shot because he wasn't that low, and then used the health pack. That way he would have been full health. And now Yin and Yang against Federal Crime. Federal Crime, relatively low runs, is going toward the red base to try and return that flag, and he does have full supplies, mind you, but Yin and Yang is right there and takes that flag. Now Jan on Drama. Pretty much comes down to, you know, alterations in who's the better Ricochet player, but in this case it looks like, ooh, Jan gets really lucky because Drama just runs out of his supplies. However, I believe if those supplies sticked around, then he probably would have died, and that could have been potentially a return and a capture for Team Drama. But now it's just, you know, one person's attacking, one person's defending, and, you know, in relation to yesterday's match, I mean, this is kind of just like before where, you know, there was a standoff in Sandbox where, you know, nobody was capturing for pretty much the last like 5 minutes of the round, but we did see a good return there, and I also did see from Drama he was firing across the map to get some damage on Jan, which was also a smart move. And now Federal Crime pushing for it, and Drama blocking Jan down there, occupying him. However, the score is 4-3 with 25 seconds left. If they can get one more capture, they can tie it. Oh, Federal Crime is really low, but Drama needs to kill him, which he does. But Jan doesn't work out. Everybody gets taken out, and with 10 seconds left, I don't think that's going to be a capture unless you're a hacker. That's what I always say. But we have our lovely esports referees out there. I know Unknown Angels, who's our broadcaster and our referee. Props out to him for being here today, and the viewers. Thank you to all of you. And now the first round goes to Team Drama, making the score 1-0 for the whole match itself. And for this round, score being 4-3. So personally, I mean, that was pretty exciting right there. It was definitely, you know, well, what's the word? I mean, got to think of it here. It was definitely exciting. I mean, you know, people going back and forth, capturing left and right, but that standoff there was definitely something. But yeah, so for everybody joining us just now, we are streaming the Duet Masters Plasma Fights, Team Jan versus Team Drama in the losers bracket. We are on the map Atra today, and we are playing the Plasma format. Once again, for those who do not know what the Plasma format is, I will definitely go over it one more time. Bonus box is on, supplies are on, smart supplies are off, friendly fire is off, auto balance is obviously off, auto finish off, all of that. Micro upgrades are off, alterations are on, and overdrives are off. And obviously modules are not allowed, turrets, ricochet and twins, hulls, wasp, hornet, hunter, Viking, and dictator. And it is a 2 versus 2, so that is quite something to see. But both teams throughout this entire tournament have done really well and have progressed very far. Once again, when we look at Team Jan, starting off against X-Guardian 4-0 prevailing, then against Team 404, once again 3-0 prevailing, against Team The Legend, prevailing 2-3. Moving on to the playoffs, versing Team Clipmaker, which once again was streamed yesterday, so you should definitely go check that out if you haven't, because that was definitely one of the most exciting matches I've seen, especially in the 2 versus 2, but they did lose 2-0. And then when we look at Team Drama, well, started off pretty strong, going against Team Wit 2-1, then Team Number 2-0, then Team K5H 4-0, and moved on to the playoffs where they ended up losing against Team TR Andrew 4-0. And now it's Jan versus Drama. But right now, they're already going at it. It looks like we did have a player change. Looks like Marvelous did join us now. So that's definitely interesting. So we'll see how he works and how he's able to coordinate with Jan over here. But Drama making a push on the red base doesn't work out. Jan taking a flag, going against Yin and Yang, going right around him. Has that health pack right there. Ooh, almost falls off on that edge. And yep, Jan drops the flag off to Marvelous. Good move, but he needs to make it down there before Yin and Yang gets there, and Drama and both of them going, but he does, and that's first capture for Team Jan, making a score 1-0. Drama and Yin and Yang going for the flag. Good move by Marvelous by sitting on the flag to at least buy some time. Could have let them take the flag. Yin and Yang pulling the flag, but Jan right there could be a potential return in which Jan does get Jan does get Yin and Yang, and that is definitely a return. Jan jumps off to self-destruct. Smart move. But now it's Marvelous. Yin and Yang on the battlefield. Yin and Yang making a push on the red flag. But, yep, Marvelous and Jan right there, literally to just block him. And, well, Yin and Yang gets really low on health. If he has a health bag, this would have been the right time to use it. However, he did not, and therefore he died. But yeah, honestly, it's you know, the one thing that you got to look at about this map is really there is no barriers. There is no barriers, and with the impact force of Ricochet, it is pretty easy to just get knocked around and actually fall off the map, especially if you're using a light hull in this case. But I can understand why everybody's using Viking, and I also think that is quite a smart move. Ooh, Marvelous gets flipped right there. Yin and Yang also takes the flag and captures that. But as I was saying, you know, there is no barriers on this map, so once again with the impact force from Ricochet, it is relatively easy to actually fall off the map, and we did see that happen last round where a few times some people fell off the map. So that's definitely one factor you have to take into this map. And then you know, you have the upper level and the lower level, and you know, with all the bumps and going up, it is pretty easy to flip, especially if an invisible barrier comes out of nowhere, which has happened, as probably the experienced players do know. Sometimes you just flip out of nowhere and you don't even know how. I know that. But right now, score 1-1. One for Yin and Yang, one for Jan. Yin and Yang, one for Drama, and one for Jan. Yin and Yang making the push on the red base. Uses that health pack really early, and Jan was able to prevail. And now going against Drama, who just used his health pack, but loses those supplies, which are very key, decides to run off the map, and so does Jan at the same time. Now it's Marvelous and Yin and Yang. With 7 minutes left, still anybody's game. Anybody could still get a capture here. But you got Jan going against Yin and Yang with Marvelous, backing him up. Good time to use that health pack because he was able to restore all of his health, which did work well. But now it's only Drama. Jan going from the top to distract, while Marvelous does go from the bottom, but was spotted by Drama, which, you know, you can definitely see the coordination because you saw a Drama back off from Jan to go down below and Yin and Yang to go above. Yin and Yang going against Marvelous. Doesn't look good for Marvelous, and indeed it didn't work out that well. Yin and Yang returns the flag, and both now make a push from the lower level onto the red flag. Marvelous just spawning in, and Jan both going from the top, which is somewhat smart because it is actually much faster route. And now Drama making that push, but he needs to wait for Yin and Yang to actually spawn. And he did have a good mine placement there, so Jan did drop in health. And now we are at, once again, a good old Mexican standoff. But you can see Marvelous does have the higher ground, so he's able to get some shots off on Drama. And since he doesn't have any supplies, he does notice that and makes the push, but leaves the flag above for Yin and Yang to return. Personally, I would have taken that flag below with him, and that could have been a capture personally, because first of all, there was no supplies for his opponent, and furthermore, you probably could have maneuvered your way through that and got the capture. But that is just me personally. Unfortunately, we did not see it, so we do not know for sure what would have happened there. But we have a likely idea of what could have happened. But now Marvelous pulling the flag. Oh, but Yin and Yang is right there to completely block him, and that does work. Yin and Yang gets that return and did make a good mine placement in which Jan ended up running over that, losing a lot of health, henceforth he died. Yin and Yang, Drama making a push from both sides, but Jan just spawns, able to use those supplies and take out Yin and Yang, which he does do. Notice how Yin and Yang dropped the flag off right before Jan even could kill him. That basically, I believe, I'm not sure if that was ever fixed, but I did get a tip back in the day from one of the esports veterans about how you should drop the flag before, so that way the enemy does not get some points or experience, which, well, looks like that might still work. I'm not 100% sure, but there you go. Marvelous now pulling the flag, going against Drama, who's keeping him at bay and makes him flip. There you go. Once again, as I said, no barriers on this map, so it is pretty easy to fall off and or flip. Jan going against Yin and Yang. Yin and Yang's defense prevails, and Marvelous is coming through the center. Yin and Yang jumping off. Good coordination. They know when to self-destruct. I agree with that. But it looks like it's working out pretty well. But hey, there you go. And so now we see Jan, Yin and Yang going at it, but right now score is still 2-1, and with 3 minutes and about 30 seconds left, Team Yin and Yang still, or Team Drama rather, still has the lead. And all they really need to do is keep their opponent at bay. That way they can actually take the round. But now Marvelous taking the flag, going against Drama, but almost falls off. Oh, gets stuck on the edge, or at least get some air on the edge, but wasn't able to continue and ended up losing the flag and dying. Yin and Yang now using his supplies, which was definitely a good move. He did conserve them until he actually needed them. That way he has more time to use those supplies. However, you see Jan pulling the flag, but unfortunately loses his supplies going against Drama. Jan running for Yin and Yang right there, needs to kill him, but nope, that doesn't work, and that's the score, 2-2 for Team Jan and Team Drama. So now somebody needs to get a capture, or they're going to tie, and Yin and Yang Drama just spawned, making the push on the red flag. At least Drama sniping from far away, Yin and Yang going down below. But this does not work out for him because Marvelous was able to get some good shots off on him. Marvelous, Drama, Jan getting him from behind, and Drama's taken out. Let's see, honestly, who do you guys think is going to win? Like, who do you think is doing better? Personally, I'm completely indifferent right now because everybody's using the same exact thing. And unfortunately, we cannot see alterations, so we don't know if alterations are being used in this case, but from what I'm seeing, alterations are not really being used. So there you go on that. Oh, wait. I believe, actually, hold on. Now that I think of it, I think all of them are alterations. I had to take a closer look. My apologies. But yeah, Marvelous and Drama going at it one-on-one. Marvelous taking the lower ground, Drama taking the higher ground, and both use the health pack at the perfect time, so both get full health, but Drama is able to get a lot more good shots off on Marvelous as he is trying to snipe below, and Marvelous is probably going to get taken out here by Drama, in which he does, taken out to dinner maybe, I don't know. But Drama making the push on Jan. Once again, Jan making those good moves, blocking the flag with his tank, buying more time. Drama now taking the flag, taken out really quick by Marvelous. And now Yin and Yang is trying to make that push. Personally, Marvelous did not block as effective as I would have expected him to, because he could have tried to at least block him with his tank. But, however, he actually did have the risk of getting flipped right there. So I could see where he didn't do that. Now, Yin and Yang going down below, going against Marvelous and Drama versus Jan. Drama obviously takes that, as he did have a better position. Now making the push down on the red base, but it's just like attack and defense, and it's like, you really don't know who's going to get it. It all comes down to, coordination. But now we got Yin and Yang pulling the flag, but loses those supplies, hence is going to get taken out, and which he does. With 20 seconds left, I doubt we're going to be able to see this turned around. Yep, especially not with Viking. So looks like this, it's going to be a tie for both. However, overall, Team Drama is still in the lead, so they are going to have the score being 1-0 for them. But once again, I want to see who you guys think is going to win, so go ahead and post that in the chat. I will be reading through comments real quick to see what's up. But yeah, and unfortunately, I know a lot of people are asking for promo codes. We do not have any promo codes here today. And as much as we want you all to stay, I know some people are just here for the promo codes, but as I said, we do not have any today. So our apologies for that. But once again, for those who are just joining us, we are streaming the Duet Masters Plasma Fights. I am English commentator kenenahmed. I am your only commentator here today. We have Team Jan and Team Drama on the battlefield in the losers bracket. We are on. I just saw the question right there. This is the map Atra, and we are, and in case you don't know how to spell it, it is ATRA. Definitely one of the smaller maps and one of the more uptight maps. You no barriers, so you could fall off very easy, and with all the bumps, you could pretty much flip. But we are in the plasma format, in case you didn't know. And once again, plasma format is Ricochet and Twins, no modules allowed. Wasp Pointed Hunter, Viking, and Dictator are allowed in this case. Bonus boxes are on, supplies are on, smart supplies are off, friendly fire off, auto balance, and auto finish are off. Micro upgrades are also off, alterations are on, drones are off, and overdrive is off. But in this case, I would say that coordination is really heavy, as it is a 2 versus 2. And you can see everybody on the battlefield is pretty much just using the Viking with Ricochet. Personally, as I said earlier, I do believe that at least one Twins with at least one Ricochet would work much better, as Twins does do much better up close. But in this case, because of all the walls and all of the just bumps, it's pretty easy to have I can understand why people might use Ricochet. That way they can get a better advantage, and also sometimes it's pretty easy to just fire across the map, so Ricochet is also pretty good for that. But here we go. Shots are already being fired, and they're already going at it. Marvelous pushing on Yin and Yang, and Jan going from the other side. Both got some good shots off on him. Now both going for the flag. Jan taking the flag. Marvelous should definitely block with the tank right there, and good. He does. Jan gets the good mine placement also. And already, that's going to be a capture within the first minute for Team Jan, making the score 1-0. Now Yin and Yang, Drama making that push. Drama taking the higher ground, has that back right there too, and he does conserve it, which is a smart move, in which he does take it. Now going against Marvelous, and he does have his actual supply repair kit on him also. Actually, no, he did not. My apologies. And he ended up dying, and now it's Yin and Yang all alone, conserving those supplies until he actually needs it, which is smart. And now he does use them, as he did get it closer into the base. Taking the flag, going against Jan. Ooh, but he kind of gets cornered right there, and the barrier doesn't, the sign does not help either, and that's it. He gets taken out pretty quickly right there. Marvelous making the push, and Jan firing from across the map. Looks like kind of working on defense right now, but as I say that, he decides to go for the offense. Yin and Yang, not noticed by Jan, makes the push, but Marvelous is going to spawn right there, and Yin and Yang is not full health either, and now starts running away with the flag. Gets a good mine placement. Actually, well, it gets a decent mine placement, but that does not work out as well as he expected it to, and Yin and Yang does drop the flag, and Jan just runs right over him, gets the return, and now it's Marvelous on Drama, but Drama spawns right there and does have the upper hand, as he just spawned and still has that health back to his advantage. Therefore, well, still gets taken out, but I can understand why he might have just let that happen instead of using his health back, obviously. And now they're going at it. Yin Yang and Drama with Marvelous and Jan. Jan making the offense, but gets taken out, and Marvelous and Drama going at it. But, yeah, it's like not going to work out. Marvelous attempts to run over Drama, trying to put a mine on him, but that doesn't work out. And now Marvelous is pulling the flag through the bottom, but Yin and Yang is in his way, but nope, decides to go for the offense. And now Marvelous pulling the flag. Jan against Yin and Yang. What's going to happen here? Well, Marvelous loses his supplies. Drama could easily get a far-off shot on him, but either way, it's not going to work because Jan is obviously there. Making the score 0-2. Team Jan in the lead, going against Team Drama, Team Yin and Yang. Or Team Drama and Team Jan, excuse me. Yeah, but Yin and Yang and Drama making the push on Marvelous. And yep, Yin and Yang taking the flag, and my apologies for anybody who might hear the thunderstorm outside. It is raining, and unfortunately I cannot control the weather. But Drama now pulling the flag, going against Jan, runs off the map, drops the flag on Jan, who ends up returning it. Now Yin and Yang in the bottom. Marvelous making the, well, kind of just firing from far away. But right now it's kind of just, nobody is, it's just they attack and they defend, one dies, they go again, and it's like right now it's really heavy on coordination, and 2 versus 2s are much different than 3 versus 3s and up. So Drama and Jan going at it, but doesn't work that well. Now both Yin and Yang and Jan have at least their defense prevailed quite well. And now Jan, Yin and Yang, well, Jan making the push from the bottom, but Drama does spot him. It's probably going to alert Yin and Yang, who does just spawn, but Jan ends up running off the map. And now Marvelous and Drama going at it. Marvelous does have a better point of view and does quite a fair amount of damage on Drama. Now Jan going against Yin and Yang. Jan pretty low on health. Yin and Yang has not used that health pack until now. Good time. Takes the flag, but nope, doesn't get that far. Yin and Yang, unfortunately, Yin and Yang gets taken out by Marvelous, and now Jan, Marvelous making that push, but once again, it's just he's just going back and forth, just kind of going in circles, attacking, defending, But we have seen quite good coordination from Team Jan throughout this entire match. So props out to them for their coordination. But Drama literally just runs for the flag, takes it, drops it, and Yin and Yang also making the push, trying to push Marvelous off. Doesn't work that well. Both opponents die. Marvelous and Jan making the push, but Yin and Yang, Drama just spawning, and they do have the upper hand as they did just spawn, so all their supplies are fresh. But Jan and Marvelous having the higher ground. Well, they both focus on Yin and Yang, in which that does work out for them. But Jan runs off the map and leaves Drama with really low health, and who's now making the push, along with Yin and Yang, who has been very conservative of his supplies throughout this entire match. So good move by him. But now Yin and Yang making a push on the blue flag, but Jan once again using his tank to block the flag and buy more time, which is a smart move, and also the defense does prevail. And now Jan is using his ricochet effect to actually make himself self-destruct, which is quite a smart move, so that way he can respawn with full health and with all supplies ready to go. Yin and Yang, Jan going at it with Drama and Marvelous both just kind of blocking each other, but Marvelous turns around, starts to focus on Yin and Yang as he was more of a threat to the flag, but that doesn't work out. Yin and Yang and Drama now pulling the flag. Marvelous spawning right there, but Drama does decide to block with the tank, which was a very smart move. But Yin and Yang still really low on health, and yep, with some far shots, they were able to take him out. But Drama coming in right there. Who's going to make it? Well, he backs off and doesn't go for it until it's too late. But nope, he does actually get it, surprisingly. And that's going to be a capture, making the score 1-2. Team Drama still behind by 1 flag. Team Jan still in the lead with 3 minutes left. It's still anybody's game. Let's see how it's going to go. Yin and Yang taking the bottom ground, pushing for the flag with Drama at the top going against Marvelous, but Jan spawns right there, blocks off Yin and Yang. Smart move by him. Jan going from the bottom, and let's see what happens. Well, Drama runs off the map. Could have continued to do more damage, but I do see why it was a smart move. That way he can spawn right now, as he did see Jan was a big threat to the flag, and now Drama going against Jan, but Marvelous getting some good shots off of him, but Drama does still have that health pack and ends up taking out Jan and returning the flag. And now Marvelous, with no supplies, was completely ignored by Yin and Yang. It looks like he was completely oblivious to it. And now Marvelous pulls the flag, but has no supplies whatsoever. And ooh, Drama gets that lucky spawn, spawns right behind him, and now he has the supplies, in which he can definitely do a lot of damage. But is Marvelous going to make it? Oh, wow, he still has that health pack. Oh, so close. What's going to happen? Jan making the push, backing up, and boom. 3-1. Team Jan, still in the lead. Score 1-3. Now Yin and Yang and Drama do need to get 2 more flags to actually at least tie the round, or else this round is going to go to Team Jan. However, Team Drama is still in the lead throughout the entire match as a whole, because the match is currently 1-0, or at least the battle, we could say. So Team Drama is still in the lead in a general statement, but in this round, Team Jan is leading. So in last round we did see a tie. So in this case, if Team Jan does end up winning, well, it looks like, in which it does look pretty promising for them, the score will eventually be 1-1, in which we will move on. But now Marvelous going, Drama also making the push, and yeah, just look at that. Yep, Jan and Marvelous doing that defense, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, you know, who do you guys think will win? Because I'm gonna continue asking this because it's like, you know, it's really anybody's game, but you know, at the end of the day, coordination is still quite a big factor in this. Now, Drama going against Marvelous. Yep, both are just at a decent position, firing at each other. But with 30 seconds left, it looks like this round is probably going to go to Team Jan. And we also do have our esports administrator, Lucifer, on the battlefield, also helping with the refereeing team. So shout out to him. Thank you very much for being here today. And once again, thank you to all the viewers and the teams for playing for us today and actually bringing us this match. But yep, Drama making a push on the flag. And yeah, so with the score being 1-4, the score is now actually tied. Team Drama with 1 as a whole, and Team Jan with 1. So yeah, I believe. Yeah, so we're gonna play another round. Yep. So Jan and Marvelous both using the Viking and Ricochet equipment, and same thing with Yin and Yang and Drama. I believe if this, yeah, so basically whoever wins this next round wins the entire match. If they tie like they did 2 rounds ago, then it's going to end up being, they're going to have to play the tiebreaker. But pretty much this next round, it's whoever wins, they take it all and they move on. So let's see what happens here. But once again, I do see some people in the chat are still asking for promo codes. I'm going to reiterate that we do not have any promo codes for today, so apologies. But once again, for those who are just joining us, we are streaming the Duet Masters Plasma Fights, Team Jan versus Team Drama in the losers bracket. And we are on the map Ultra in the Plasma format. And once again, those who do not know, what the Plasma format is: turrets allowed, Ricochet, and Twins, with hulls being Wasp, Hornet, Hunter, Viking, and Dictator. Modules are off. Micro upgrades are off. Alterations are on. Supplies are obviously on, but smart supplies are off, as well as overdrives. So, you know, so far it's been definitely quite exciting, and now they're about to go get started. Once again, apologies, but we unfortunately were not able to stream the match Team Slow versus Team Slick. I know some people were looking forward to that, but unfortunately due to difficulties, we ended up streaming Team Jan and Team Drama today. So our apologies to that, but you can see what's going to happen with Team Slow and Team Stick if you are interested by looking at the grid and looking at the playoffs. It's going to be grid number 2. That's where the playoffs are. But already going at it. Well, right now we already see Jan pulling the flag through the bottom, and it looks like pretty promising for them. Oh, but gets knocked around by that impact force, but still gets that capture. That was really close. But yeah, this first flag already, Team Jan within the first minute, getting that first flag. And you know what I've noticed throughout this entire match itself, every single round within the first minute, or at least the last 3 rounds, there was a flag captured within the first minute. So literally they just go right for it. And now Jan going against Yin and Yang, who's now taking the flag, going through the bottom, but Marvelous spawns right there, gets that damage, and boom, it's going to be a return. but and Drama obviously blocking Jan, while Marvelous also makes that push, and Yin and Yang gets that spawn right there, and Jan runs off the map. Personally, I do not think that would have been the right time to run off the map, because he could have backed up Marvelous right there, who's actually getting really low on health. Is he going to make it in time? Well, yep, Jan picks that flag up, going against Yin and Yang, who is now pulling the flag, but Jan unfortunately ended up getting flipped, which that did turn out to be a return for by Drama for Team Drama. But I gotta say that would have been really close, and that could have potentially been another capture if he didn't end up flipping there. And now Team Jan also, well, Jan for playing for Team Jan, obviously, taking the return on that flag, and going against Yin and Yang. Now Drama and Jan going at it again. Jan running for that health pack, which is a very smart move. That way the opponent does not get that. And now Marvelous just spawning in, going against Drama, getting some decent shots off on him, but Drama looks like Drama got a fair amount of damage on Marvelous, and Marvelous just used his health pack, so this was definitely the right move, obviously. That way he could restore his full health, because obviously, with most of you know, with the repair kit update, as most of you know, the the constant repair cycle was changed, and obviously once you take damage while you're being repaired, you get 1,000 health points instantly, but then it stops if you take damage. So now Marvelous and Yin and Yang going at it. Yin and Yang getting really low right there. Use that pack at the right time once again, getting full health. And Jan running past that health pack, also a good move, so he can conserve it for later. And going against Drama, Yin and Yang running through the bottom, and Marvelous and Jan do notice him, but do not go for him. Marvelous runs off the map, that way he can spawn close to the Yin and Yang, and he gets the unlucky spawn as he is on the other side and not right behind him. But we also see Jan pulling the flag, passing it off to Marvelous, but you have Yin and Yang doing that, taking those shots from above, and also does have that health pack, which he does use. But now Drama and Marvelous making a push on Marvelous, as well as Yin and Yang. Marvelous self-destructing, giving the flag off to Jan, who now takes far shots at Yin and Yang and gets a good amount of damage on him. But Drama spawns right there, and Jan is also in a good position to do some damage, in which he does. Drama going up toward the center, definitely I don't think was the best move. He should have stick behind the wall right there, and Marvelous was able to get some damage off on him and make Drama use his health pack or repair kit. So he does not have that going for him. Both Drama and Yin and Yang run off the map. Jan leaves the flag. Is it gonna be a return? Well, no, that doesn't work, because Jan does get stuck on the little edge right there, and unfortunately did not make it in time, but I do not think he would have made it in time either way. Yin and Yang going after Marvelous. Good offense by him. Marvelous is really low on health, and it just uses health pack. And but Yin and Yang runs over the mine, but Jan spawns right there and is going to be able to take that flag, and he does have the repair kit still, so takes out Yin and Yang. And now both players leave the flag, going for it. Drama is all alone, though, and loses supplies. Yin and Yang just spawned, and Drama does drop the flag off to Yin and Yang, who now takes it, but has Jan as a threat right there. And it does do some decent damage. Yin and Yang does use that health pack, but by the way, Jan still ends up getting taken out. And now Drama has the flag and is hiding behind the wall for cover. Yin and Yang now making the push with supplies, but does not go to shoot Jan. Shoots Marvelous, who was more of a threat at the time, so I can see why he did that. But right now, we are at a standoff point again, and with 4 minutes left, it is still anybody's game. I will say that. It is still anybody's game. But Jan does have the lead, making currently with the score 1-0. And if they continue to keep it that way, well, they will end up winning the entire match itself. But if a tie does occur, then we will move on to the tiebreaker. But Marvelous and Yin Yang, once again, at a good old standoff. Drama Now, in the base, both really didn't know what to do. They were trying to figure out, Drama was trying to figure out whether he should go up or if he should just stay, and he ended up staying. Now, Marvelous did make a good push, but it's not going to be enough as he does get taken out. But Drama leaves the flag, runs off the map to self-destruct, while Yin and Yang does go make that push for the flag, which was a smart move. Obviously, you could see that coordination did work right there. Now Yin and Yang making the push on Marvelous, while Jan goes for Drama, who also starts to go for the higher ground. So he has that health pack right there for him, but is being flanked by Jan from the front and Marvelous from behind, who does leave the flag in his base, but Yin and Yang is making that push, and Marvelous needs to notice, but nope, actually, no, he does not, because Jan spawns right there, and I forgot about Jan. So he does spawn right there, and now Marvelous is able to make a good push on Drama and get a fair amount of damage on him, and Drama does not have that health pack, but Marvelous gets unlucky, loses those supplies, and Yin and Yang did really good there and was able to get that return, making the score 1-1 now. So right now, it's pretty much, since they are 1-1, it's pretty much they're going for the win, but the tie at least is something. But now Jan making the push on the blue base, a little bit of lag from him. He did stutter a little bit, but unfortunately isn't able to get that flag with Drama's and Yin and Yang's defense prevailing in the end. And now even though Marvelous is making that push, he was all alone, hence getting taken out. Drama, Yin and Yang. Yin and Yang sniping from far away. Drama making that push, getting a lot of damage on Jan, making him use his health pack, but that does not work out for him. Yin and Yang all alone. Jan runs off the map. Personally, if I were him, I would have continued pushing, but that is just me. I am not an experienced esports player. I am just a commentator. I am a noob, unfortunately. But Marvelous and Drama, well, Marvelous going around, going to take the health pack, and he does. Jan making a push against Yin and Yang, but doesn't look like that's going to work out that well, and yep, they don't end up getting that flag. Marvelous all alone. Drama up there, trying to snipe Marvelous, but personally, I would have had at least Yin and Yang take him out because he was pretty low, and let Drama make that push. Even though it probably wouldn't have worked out in the end, but we never do indeed know. Jan making that push, but he is all alone, and Marvelous was a little bit behind there. Drama and Yin and Yang really good on right now, really keeping them at bay, but with 1 minute left, somebody has to capture in order to win, or else this is going to be a tie, and the tiebreaker format will be played. Jan, once again, you doing that smart move, blocking the flag with this thing to buy more time. Does run off to self-destruct with 40 seconds left. I don't know who you guys think is going to win this round. Go ahead and post that now. I personally think that it's probably going to result in a tie because, yeah, you do see Yin and Yang and Drama just kind of, none of them really went for the offense. Both just focused on defense, which is what they kind of been doing. Both are pushing now. Yin and Yang not going for it. And, yep, once again, with 15 seconds left, they cannot capture in time. And the score is going to end up being 1-1. Hence, 1-1 for this round and 1-1 in the entire match itself. Therefore, the tiebreaker format is going to be played. But wow, what do you guys think? So far, it's been pretty exciting, if I do say so myself. It definitely has been something. But, yeah, look at that. So, yep, we're going to move on to a completely different map now. Apologize for my watch beeping. It is 2 p.m. my time. But yep, so now we're going to move on to the tiebreaker format in a completely different map. And please bear with us while we actually switch onto there. But yeah, there you go. But wow, look at that. We got 35 people watching right now. Thank you all for being here today. 36 now. But for those who do not know, we are streaming the Duet Masters Plasma fights. So far, Team Jan, Team Drama doing pretty good. I see some people in the chat saying, go Team Jan. And yeah, so far it has been pretty exciting. Jan and Drama both playing really well throughout it. You could see, well, throughout the entire match, both had really good coordination. Both knew when to use the supplies, when to drop the flags. You could see some flipping happening. They knew when to run off the mat, when to self-destruct. And, at the end of the day, it worked out pretty well for them. Personally, I would have done things differently. But once again, as I said, I am not an experienced esports player. And they do definitely have my respect. So now we are obviously waiting for the new map to be created. But we're going to move on to the tiebreaker, which the tiebreaker maps are consist of island, boombox, or valley. So it's definitely going to be one of those maps. And pretty much it's going to be winner takes all. So whoever wins the tiebreaker, pretty much takes it all. But yeah, so once again, it is going to be, capture the flag. It is going to be a 2 versus 2. There is not going to be a time limit. It is just going to be a flag limit of 3. So they have to capture 3 flags in order to win. So somebody has to win at the end of the day, because obviously there's a reason why it's called a tiebreaker. In this case, it mostly relied on time compared to just the amount of flags. So moving on, based on whatever map it is, bonus boxes will be on once again. Supplies will be on. Smart supplies will be off. Friendly fire will be off. Micro upgrades will be off. Alterations will be on, and overdrive will be off. Also, drones will be off, which are relatively new. Go ahead and post what you guys think of the new drones update. I haven't really been able to test it out as much. I did buy a drone, but I have yet to use it because I do not have as many batteries as I'd like to have, so I'm kind of conserving those. But what do you guys think of it? I mean, I am looking in the chat over here, seeing what you guys are saying. Yes, Saba, there have been tournaments where supplies have not been used, where it's just completely relied on equipment. So that has happened in the past. But in this case, in the plasma fights, supplies are used, and smart supplies are off in this case. So, there have been tournaments, and you can go back on the esports channel and watch them. Obviously, you are on the esports channel right now, so it is literally just a few clicks away. Also, personally, I'd recommend, if you haven't subscribed, go for it, and maybe turn on the notification bell. That way you know every time we go live. In the past, we have given out promo codes during streams, so we never know. In the future, that might happen again, and it may not. Depends on administration, whatever they think. But yeah, I can see I'm not a fan of supplies either. But looking at Team Jan and Team Drama's history throughout this whole tournament, I have mentioned it before, but I will mention it for those who just joined. Team Jan versus Team X Guardian at the beginning, winning 4-0, prevailing pretty well, just completely obliterating them. And then Team Jan versus Team 404, Team Jan taking the lead 3-0. Then going against Team The Legend with 2-3, and they did do well. Team Jan was pretty close. At least for the first round played in that match, Team Jan won 9-7. Followed by the second round where they won 11-7 or 7-11. Good store. I shop there all the time, but they do not sponsor us. So, LOL. And then you do have, then Team The Legend made a comeback in which they did win 7-6, led by one flag. And then they did win the fourth round 9-7, but Team Jan prevailed at the fifth round with a score of 1-3, and then Team Jan moved on to the playoffs, in which they did end up versing Team Clipmaker, which was streamed yesterday. If you didn't see that, go ahead and check that out. They did lose 0-2, unfortunately, so they did move on to this round now, where they are versing Team Drama today, and right now the score is 1-1. And so once again, we are moving on to the tiebreaker format, and we are still waiting for the map to be created and the link to be given. That way we can go ahead and in there and actually start. But yeah, we're going to see what's going to happen, Obviously, Team Jan and Team Drama, I believe, will be playing again. Actually, no, excuse me. Whoever wins will move on to the losers bracket round 2. But so far, I really don't know who's going to win and who's going to lose. Kind of just, it's going to go both ways. I mean, both teams have been playing really well. Coordination has been on point. And, we're just, I don't know. It's like I'm trying to figure out who I think is going to win. I mean, right now, who do you guys think is going to win? I really don't know. I'm kind of indifferent right now. But yeah, for those who are asking in the chat, I am reading promo codes. We do not have promo codes, unfortunately, so that is not going to be a thing. And yeah, so that is that, unfortunately. But yeah, looking in the chat, I do see some things being made. People talking about Star Ladder. That was a long time ago. And yes, personally, I do miss those days too. Those were definitely exciting, and it was really awesome. All those XP-BP format battles played. I always thought, because I was such a lower ranking back then, I thought I could be where they were one day, but unfortunately that didn't work out for me. But yeah, look at that. But shout out to you guys for being here today. Shout out to Team Jan and Team Drama for being here with us today, for bringing us this exciting match. Thank you to Optic, who's also known as Unknown Angels in game. You can definitely spam him with friend requests if you want to. I'm pretty sure he does accept all friend requests. I think he's telling me no right now, but I'm not 100% sure. But shout out to him. He is one of our referees, and he is a caster, so he is definitely doing 2 jobs at once. So shout out to him. And we also do have Lucifer out there, who is our administrator. Shout out to him for also organizing all this stuff and keeping esports live and going. But yeah, for those who, when did they remove Star Ladder? I would say about anywhere from 2 to 4 years ago. I'm not 100% sure. You can look back at you could look at the wiki and see when you could see the history of esports and when Star Ladder didn't end up leaving, when it all started. The wiki does have a lot of useful information, so go check that out. If you want to know a lot more about esports and its history, you can look there, because they really do have everything. I use the wiki almost daily to find out some new things, and I've learned a lot. Now, I do have a battle link, so I'm going to try and join that now, and we are going to get out there and begin. Yeah, so this is the tiebreaker format, and it does rely on 3 flags. It doesn't. It relies on 3 flags. There is no time limit in this case, so you guys should definitely post who do you think is going to win, because once again, there is no time limit. So, I mean, I'm trying to figure out who I think is going to win. I really think that, I mean, I don't know. It's like really hard to say because both teams have been playing really well, but personally, I've seen a lot, better coordination, at least on Team Jan's side. But that's just what I've noticed. Maybe somebody might have noticed something different. But I am loading in now. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and go for it. And I am inside the battle, so here we go. But yeah, so now it's pretty much just the little intermission of 2 minutes, and then we'll actually start the match and go for the tiebreaker. But once again, for all those who are just joining us, we are streaming the Duet Masters Plasma Fights, Team Jan versus Team Drama. I know some people were here to see Team Slow and Team Stick. Unfortunately, due to difficulties, we did not. We're not going to see them play today. But once again, you can pay attention to the grid. It's going to be grid number 2 to actually see what happened between them. And yeah, well, but we are on the tiebreaker format on the map Boombox. Definitely, once again, another smaller map, and it does look like we have seen some equipment change. Marvelous now using twins with Jan using the ricochet, and Yin and Yang and Drama both gonna stick with the ricochet. On this map, I wonder how much ricochet gives an advantage. I mean, when you look at the map, you have you just have the land. I don't know. I call it the land. On the outside of the map, which when you shoot ricochet on that, the the balls themselves actually just or the plasma or whatever flies up in the air. It doesn't actually bounce off them onto um well, it bounces up. It goes up toward the skybox, not toward not it doesn't stick to the ground like it does. So I don't know, but oh well, I do see Yin and Yang and both Drum are actually using twins along with Marvelous, but Jan is still sticking pretty confident with that ricochet. So we're definitely going to see what's happening here. But once again, as I said, those who are just joining us, we are streaming the Duet Masters Plasma fights, and we are playing the tiebreaker format. The score is currently 1-1 for the match as a whole. And the last I believe 4 rounds have been pretty exciting. So after the stream is over, feel free to go back and watch that and see what happens with that. But right now, Jan and Marvelous already making a push on the red base against Drama. Ooh, and Marvelous getting just completely obliterated by Drama and Yin and Yang, and it looks like the twins really worked out for them in that case, and I think it really would have worked out better than Ricochet in this case. But Yin and Yang and Drama making the push, Jan right there, and you could see, look at that coordination. They're tagging people together, which is really a smart move. Drama making that push on Marvelous, taking him out, but Jan spawns right there. Oh, wait, I really thought he was going to take him out, but Marvelous got that epic mind placement. But literally has no health, and yep, he ends up self-destructing. Yin and Yang and Drama making that push. Jan doing quite a bit of damage to Drama from that far range distance, but since it is a small map and everything's close range, Twins does prevail in the end, and that is going to be a capture for Drama. I really think that Jan should change to Twins. Because it looks to be working out 20 times better, honestly. And now Marvelous and Jan making the push, but Drama spawns right there. Now Jan pulling the flag. Drama right there. Good mind placement by Jan. Is this going to be a capture? Well, he does have that health pack, so yep, it is going to be a capture, making the score 1-1. Drama, Yin and Yang making the push. Marvelous getting some damage on Drama, but not going to be enough until now. But ends up gets taken out, and Jan is right there, but Yin and Yang can do a lot of damage, especially that Twins works much more effectively at a close range distance, especially if the splash damage factor is off. And in this case, since alterations are on, I would definitely make sure that the alteration where splash damage is removed and self-damage is removed, at least, that works. So Jan now pulling the flag, going against Drama. Jan getting some really good shots off and is able to run away, so now he does have a little bit more range, so he's going to definitely do more damage at a distance, which he does. But now Marvelous, Yin and Yang going at it, but Yin and Yang is going to get taken out. That's going to be a return, making the score 2-2. Jan now making himself self-destruct with the ricochet pellets. Now Marvelous running with it, does not have that health pack, and that's a return by Drama. Really close right there, but that didn't work out. And now Jan doing some damage to Drama, but once again, ricochet at close range. Not really the best. At a medium to long range, it does work. Twins with a close to medium range is decent, but boom, Team Drama taking it. They win, making the score 3-2. Congratulations to Team Drama. They are going to be moving on to verse the well, they are just going to be moving on to losers bracket round 2. It is unknown who they're going to be versing right now until we find out who actually wins or who actually loses in the winners bracket and moves down to the losers bracket. But so far, it definitely has been something. So, once again, good job, Team Drama. Good coordination on their part. But once again, we're going to be wrapping it up here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Shout out to our referees on the field and our broadcaster, Unknown Angels. And thank you all of you for being here today. But that is going to be it. And once again, thank you for joining, and we will catch you on the battlefield.